So, you got into battling being a fan of battle rap, right?
Yeah, it was. Yeah, like, absolutely. Yeah, like the short answer is yes. I was like taking part in like local circuits at the time, like freestyle battles and like rapping with my friends and stuff like that. It was just like never something that I wanted to like go out there and do at the time when like Jeff and Organic and all those guys and like.
King of the Dot, motherfucker.
So then you got into King of the Dot, and you pretty much like went on a streak, right? Like you didn't lose like for a while.
Yeah, man, it's funny. I probably have like the least rapping experience out of like anybody that was like around me or even in King of the Dot as a whole for it. But like, I don't know if I ever actually made 10-0. I think it was 9-0-1, and then I had 2 other wins that brought it to 11-0-1.
So okay, your first loss was Dirtbag Dan.
The Zay, baby! Ah!
Yes, in overtime.
A World Dom 1.
King of the Dot, put your money where your mouth is. Just had the overtime round. The winner of the battle, Dirtbag Dan.
The Zay, baby!
And then
Don't watch that battle.
yeah. I don't remember it being the best, but at the same time,
Switch the topic.
Yeah, it was cool that was going into like the lineage of like you not losing, and Dan was always the upset king at the time. That was like a really cool theme to that battle.
I think I battled Jack Shit. Yeah, that's right. I battled Jack Shit in Calgary. Only thing I remember about that is he rhymed frozen pizza and Mona Lisa. I like that a lot. Yeah, it's stuck with me for a long time. And then I battled Aspire in Vancouver.
Say that you're the best, but I hate to say it, but you're living a lie. To me, you're just a douchebag that needs to get with the times. So when you go off on your aimless schemes about how you're ripping this guy when you're fitting your lines, the whole audience wants to slit their wrists and just die. Like we're all fans of rap, Aspire. We get it. It rhymes.
That was a good battle.
Yeah, thanks, man. Yeah, that was like one of the, I think that was the 7 whatever. I can't remember what the streak was.
I love the thing when you're like over pronouncing every multi, and then you're like, we get it, Aspire. It rhymes.
It's like we get it. It rhymes.
Because I feel like everybody had been trying to call him on that, but nobody had delivered it in quite that like accessible and straightforward manner.
Exactly, right? And I think like I was like, the Canadian Real Deal at the time, like he was the same thing, right? Like it's hard to write about us, like because we don't have these like standout features that are generally whatever. So it's like guys like us never really got opponents until we had a history that you could attack instead of like a look, right?
The winner of the battle and getting the next title shot is Sketch Menace.
After Aspire was a bender?
Yeah, after that's what like Organic announced. I didn't even know. It's funny even reflecting back on now. Yeah, I didn't even know that it was like a thing for that. And he said like the guy getting the next title shot, Sketch Menace, like after the judge. And I was like, sick.
Yeah.
Because it was already like it was talked about at that point in time or whatever, but it had never been like official. And then when he said that, I was like, you can't fuck me around anymore, bro.
The rhyme so talented. Right, Sketch Menace, now you're ready. And when it comes to a title shot, that's where I'm in hot pursuit.
Champion.
Like this is done, man. Man is corner.
So you battled Bender, and you were going into it. Did you feel like you were the underdog?
Oh, I absolutely knew I was going to be underdog, but I knew I was going to win. But I just knew, like I wrote for 6 months or something like that for it, like from the time like I remember they announced it, and I was like, I'm fucking this fool up, because like I knew that like I'm not a rapper. I'm not trying to get a rap career going. But this is I knew that this was like an opportunity for me to like cement a legacy. Like it's undeniable. Like no one can take that from me. Like it's in the history book. So it's like as far as I was concerned, like no one was taking that from me that day.
The winner of the battle on a 4-1 decision, the new champion, Sketch
And then like Bruce died and all that shit like a few months before and stuff like that. And I like
he died before.
It was like 2 months beforehand, or anything like that. It was like a big it was a rough like you know what I mean, like little while like leading up to that. So it was I don't know, there was like a part of me that felt like there was no way karma was letting me down here, you know?
Yeah, but the chain of evolution line.
But when I strip you of the title, there ain't no making up excuses. Just consider it another of the stages of improvement, because I'm the perfect package. Call it the chain of evolution.
Yeah, that was actually one of the first lines that I actually wrote that way before even the battle was announced. I like knew that no one had done a chain of evolution thing, and I had this idea to like work it into like how the chain had evolved up until that point and whatever and stuff, and like you know, it was one of those things that just kind of like worked out for it. But and then it was one of the first lines I thought of, and then one of the last lines I like finished writing like leading up, because like I don't write in the way that I think a lot of guys do, like directly through like rounds. I don't know how people do that. I like just like think of like bullet point ideas, and then every once in a while sit down and organize.
Battle Bender, then Poe Rich, lost the chain.
Yeah, I hated that battle.
It's Poe, baby, let's go!
I was fat in that battle too, so I hated it. I went into hiding and then I came back skinny, remember?
Oh, yeah.
Well, no, I battled PH in between there, but yeah, no, the Poe Rich battle was like, I mean, he brought up Bruce and all those ones in that battle and stuff, and that like just upset me there, and I shouldn't have. Like, I know I hate watching it and thinking about it, because it's like, obviously I knew you were gonna do that. Why did I? Like, if we were playing chess, you obviously played to my weakness, and I get that part of the strategy of it, but it's like so I'm more mad at myself, but. Yeah, I've never wanted to punch somebody in the face like I did that day. Well, because me and Poe Rich was so controversial, they set up me and PH, and then if I had beat PH that day, I would have battled Thesaurus, I think. This is the funny thing, they told me about this all afterwards. I hadn't known, because there was so much controversy around the Poe Rich one, they were going to give me another shot, but either way, I lost to PH. Oh, I think I battled Anecdote at World Dom 3.
Oh yeah, I didn't film that.
Yeah, that was like a whatever battle. Don't watch it. And then after Anecdote, I think that's when I had stopped battling for a while. I wasn't really into it like this. I think I went to, did I go to England, I think, after that or something like that maybe? I took a couple of travel opportunities and I did a couple of things.
You battled that,
and then, I did. Then I battled Pesci in Vancouver, you're right. It was Pesci in Vancouver, which was like cool too, like it was whatever. And then after that was the Soul battle.
Your Soul battle, do you feel like your Soul battle is like, I feel like that's probably your best battle.
Oh yeah, 100%, without question.
Representing Calgary, Alberta, former King of the Dot champion, battler to my left, introduce yourself.
Yo, Sketch Menace, Money Gang, let's go! What up?
For whatever reason, it just like clicked. And like, and I even remember the writing process for it, where it was just like, I want to say this to him, and it was like, I'll just say this. Like, for whatever reason, it was, and it probably had a lot to do with my health, because I was like losing hella weight at the time. Like, 'cause that was when I did that battle, everyone was like, what the fuck, right?
But there ain't no need for a grip lift in the tech when I come to his listed address. The fun stop in fuck shots, it's blunt objects, pistol whip them to death. This click will take your kicks off like the Wicked Witch of the West. Oh, but yo!
That's the one battle that I go back to and say, like, I'm proud of what I created as an art form for that battle, right? Like, especially with Soul. Soul's a huge contributor to that as well, right? Because, like, Soul's not an easy guy to write for. Like, this was, to me and Soul represent something really big. Like, it's two guys that have a hard time finding a battle for each other, or like for each other. They're commonly known as like good, or like, you know, above, or however you want to put it, like within their respective leagues. And they showed up, and there was like two creative guys that like found ways to make fun of each other, that like made the audience hit to two people that like had known each other from these different levels. And King, then like he hit all these he hit everything that I always thought people should hit me for.
Yo, why'd you leave your country for bows? It's absurd, an enigma. I said, why'd you leave your country for bows? With absurd, an enigma. Yo, it's like a name gets offered, you just snap them off like deal. And then you're standing there, listening to their crappy fucking spiel, and you're staring them down like I crossed an ocean for this shit. Are you actually for real? Trust me, Sketch Menace. I know exactly how you feel.
I thought Soul did an impeccable job of that, and like, you know, I thought that I did a pretty good job of trying to be, or of like trying to think outside the box with it as well for it. So like, yeah, hella proud of that battle, man. Really, really proud, and like, I'm super happy to see how far, and I'm really happy that it was like right on the cusp of like Soul's Huge come up, so I can I can say that I got it.
that.
But yeah, it's straight, right? Yeah, fuck Soul. But but I will humbly say that like if the Soul that showed up to battle C major showed up like dust, I'm dust.
See, I wanted to name not some AIDS-crawling disgrace Scott with an H problem. This stray dog get a straight shot while he ain't watching like train spotting. This lame's not in his lane. Watch this, your train stops, so get off, pal. Aim's flawless, a trained marksman, JFK caught with the top down. I ain't caustic, don't play drama. Want to trade shots, you get knocked out. Till the only time that you ever hear of a great Scott, it's from Doc Brown. So you want to play God? This is a seance. All you gather around me. We'll have Toronto lighting candles during a blackout like it's 2003.
Let's go!